Hey, good evening, everyone. Want to welcome you all to another episode of the Black Market Podcast, presented by Hack the Markets. I am one of your co-hosts, AC, also known as the Market Oracle.
4K Ken checking in with everybody, man. Hope everybody had a good trading day today.
Yes, sir. I know I did. I got me a nice little return. Then I got in on I got me two open positions that I got in today. So I'm pretty excited about what I got going on.
Same. It was market was looking a little weird towards the lunchtime.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
what I
we
was
made a
looking at, like for the S&P, I have been
Mhm.
tracking this thing like it's on this it's basically on this channel. And so we're
Yeah.
pretty much at the top of this channel. And so I have been trying to, trying to gauge it. You can't really call it a top. So this thing could ride the channel for forever. You never know when
Yeah.
it's going to drop. But I knew that it was looking like, it could possibly come down soon, hopefully. That's what I was banking on. And we did start getting that like hook over action. So
Yeah.
it's looking like we may start running back to the downside. Not
I think it showed us
crazily,
something today.
but I think it's just gonna touch the bottom of that channel. I don't think it's
I
gonna
think
be anything major.
I was hoping it was going to show us something today. I saw what you were talking about. It touched that little part and then kind of
Yeah,
moved back in the middle and
yeah.
consolidated. But yeah,
And so I got me two shorts in just because of that. So I'm hoping I got that Lowe's too. I actually closed the Lowe's. I had a short in on it. I made some money off of it. But then I saw something where it was actually going back up a little bit. So I went ahead and
Mhm.
closed it out because I know that once it touches that, I was hoping that it would touch this area before, but it didn't look like it was going to, and it started like tanking out a little bit. So that's the reason why I jumped in when I did. And it did end
Okay.
up going down. And once it got to the bottom, I saw it form this double bottom. I wasn't paying it too
Hmm.
much attention because it was like, it's just a lower time frame. Double bottom is okay, cool. But what got me was once I saw that double bottom, it did start trending higher, and then I started seeing some bull patterns start setting up. So I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and just let this thing run. And then I'll
Yeah.
just get back in once it gets done making that last effort to try to go back to the upside. Cause then maybe it can form like an overall double top or something. So that's what I'm banking on. So
Yeah, I was seeing actually. I was looking at some of the shorts as well. When you it's inspired me to look at what I could get in here and look at Airbnb had a couple of them too. It had a good little
yeah,
head
I want to
chart that
say
I.
Airbnb came up on one of my list. I think
Oh, really? Yeah, yeah.
I think it did come up on one of my lists. I didn't like it at the time though, so that's why I wasn't recommending it. Um,
Hmm.
I'm just gonna let it play out for a couple days, just off of what I
Same.
like to see. It's not. I can't say that this is like a surefire bet. So put this trade on. I like to at least get something that I feel like is okay. This has very, very good probability that this is gonna
Yeah.
happen. Like I had got some people in on that Microsoft short, and they're
Okay.
actually making some money off that Microsoft short now. That was a good move to the downside on it.
Yeah, if you had
So
a day trade, I would have said Airbnb might have made you something, but I mean, we still need some confirmation from it. It was just a big gap down, and everybody gets excited when that happens.
yeah. So I mean, it's definitely a lot of plays out here. Like I've definitely been seeing some stuff. I saw some good buys too.
Hmm.
I saw one in particular. I can't remember the name of it now, but it was looking very, very nice. I can't remember what it was, but the thing is, like, I wanted to get in on an option on it, but I was looking at the spread, and man, that shit was terrible.
Just too big.
It
Yeah.
was crazy. Like the spread was crazy.
Yeah.
Like it was no way that I was able to be able to get in on that thing. So I was like, I'm gonna allow this one to just go ahead and pass. I see that it's a good opportunity, but nah, I'm not gonna get in on this one. I'm just gonna let this one pass.
And that's what we try to make sure. Can't take
Yeah.
everything.
You definitely got
Eat.
to check everything. You can't just go out here and just check one thing and say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna take this trade." Because if that
Yeah.
bid and ask spread is way too wide, you're never gonna make money on that. You're
Yeah.
gonna be down when
That's it.
you open, and you're gonna be down big when you open.
Hey, you know that thing. We don't get into trades in the middle of the ocean.
Nope. Yeah, you're gonna be down huge.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that you want to avoid. But Overall, I mean, like it's a lot of earnings going on right now too. So a lot of things that's popping up on my lists and things like that, and all my scanners and watch lists and all these things that we got running. Um, I keep seeing like a lot of stuff that's at either the top or the bottom of these things that we got set up, and
Mhm.
it's always because it's like some earnings going on. Cause and it not all of them, not all of them, but I have seen a couple of them, and it was all because of the earnings. So it kind
Yeah,
of
I
makes me
was
mad
looking.
when I see that because it's like, I don't want to mess with it with earnings because
Yeah,
it's up, down, left, right. You never know what's gonna happen with these things.
right, right. I was even looking at just to give an example. I was looking at Salesforce and their earnings that were today, and even just like making sense of what their earnings are. You know, how to look back at history and see their past earnings date, what happened. But even just seeing like where they're headed towards that, identify some areas that some price areas that might be important, and that might be a
And the
good
thing
fit.
is, you can use the options market. The options market will tell you a lot about what they expect the move to be. So I'm just look at those straddles; they'll tell you what they're expecting. So that right there definitely give you a nice little price move or
Yeah, there's
estimated
there's,
price move.
there's
I'll
other
say
thing,
that.
a lot of different ways to tell this thing and try to get as much information as you can.
Yeah,
You can never do too much
that's
research.
probably the best key though because those people are actually putting up money. So I would say go with the people that's actually putting up money and not the people that's talking from the sideline.
Yeah, the actual whales of it, the people who support
What they
it.
call them on the what they call them what is it, Monday morning quarterbacks because they
Oh
watched
yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
Sunday games and they like, oh man, these guys are trash, man. You should have did this and did that.
Man. I was looking into some of the so I saw articles saying some of the NBA superstars and who they've invested in.
Okay.
And I was even seeing like Steph Curry just put up some money in Coach Up that connects like private coaches with athletes. LeBron bought some Apple. Kevin Durant has always been in Acorns and Postmates. And then Andre Iguodala bought, I guess, has invested some in Trumid, which is another like electronic trading platform that I hadn't heard
Okay.
of. So that got me. Yeah, I was looking at some of those things. There's another health and beauty startup called Walker and Company, and then Derek Jeter has a media platform.
Oh wow.
So yeah, man,
That's
there's a
pretty
lot of
cool.
different. There's a lot of
Now, did
different
you
things.
hear about that guy from Detroit? I think he was like the one of the first round picks or something like that with Detroit. I think he
Oh
was
yeah, yeah, this
um
year.
I think what he had
Forget his name.
accepted his bonus or his salary or something like that in like Bitcoin or one of those coins or something like that.
I did. I
I
don't.
think
Was
it
it
was something like
Bitcoin?
that.
Yeah, it was Bitcoin. It 100% was Bitcoin. Because
Okay.
he partnered. That was it. He partnered with BlockFi.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So and that was huge. I mean, he's supposed to be the face of that franchise for the next
Yeah,
10,
for
15.
sure. And
So,
that's a good move because I mean, like the
uh,
cryptocurrency market is definitely be on the uprise. Like the past few weeks, it's definitely been moving up.
yeah,
I've made some pretty good gains off of my Cardano. Like I've done very well with my Cardano,
yep.
and I'm
That was
still
what.
staking
So
it. So I'm
look,
still holding on, baby.
that was what me
Keep
and
pumping
Raheem
up
called
for me.
last week. All the cryptos were going to boom. We said it last week. The cryptos were going to boom early this week. So
Yeah,
they've had some good movement. Bitcoin had hit that $50,000 mark again.
yeah,
And then even like Ethereum showed some signs. So
yeah. It's definitely went back higher. So it's definitely good to see that people are flooding back into the crypto market, but it is probably also because of the inflation. And
yeah,
that's a deflationary trade in everyone's eyes now. So
mm,
that could also be a reason why we're seeing a lot of this stuff too. Not 100% sure, but it could be one.
man, I'm looking at how much this guy because his contract is 45 million over 10 years,
Oh
or sorry,
wow.
4 years.
Oh, 4 years.
Um,
Okay, I was about to say, wow, that's
yeah, I
terrible.
looked at 10. He'll make four million a year
Yeah, I
for
was about to
10.
say, man, this dude right here is. What kind of deal did
I
you
mean,
sign, man?
and I think he's 22. So this could be a really lucrative deal for him if he can get get this in at a pretty decent start.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
You know, you see a lot. It's interesting to see a lot of NFL guys do it, and I wonder if it's like those shorter contracts mean anything. You know, ride the crypto wave until you can.
Yeah. Now, one interesting thing that I saw, keeping it, I'll go to the entertainment world,
Mhm.
switching it over a bit, music entertainment rather. Have you seen have you seen the new venture that Lil Nas X has?
Wow, what's he got?
My man has now joined Taco Bell as the chief impact officer.
What?
Yep. He is the chief
Taco
impact
Bell?
officer of Taco Bell now.
Huh. What do they say? Why Taco Bell?
They said that he knows the job, the experience, and the culture Taco Bell creates for its fans, including its people.
Okay.
And so this unique partnership will deliver on more than just marketing, allowing us to tap into the genius of Lil Nas X to inspire our team members and align with our commitment to unlocking opportunities for young people.
So that's funny that that's the news that you saw about Lil Nas X. 'Cause I saw something similar, or I guess about him, but I didn't know that his. I mean, that's kind of been overshadowed by. I mean, a lot. I didn't know anything about you that
Yeah.
partnership with Taco
Cause
Bell.
it says like the musician will partner with Taco Bell on new menu innovations, make
Really?
the guest experience more impactful, and
Hmm.
offer an exclusive experience around the upcoming album Montero. So
That's.
that's kind of crazy. Like that's the first artist that like that's crazier than anything that any other artist I know that's
I mean, I
done.
don't know
Like
any
I
artist
haven't
that's on
heard
the
them
C
take
in
over
the C.
food chains.
Yeah. Like wow.
I've heard them have meals, like they've had like the Sweetie
Yeah,
Meal,
Travis Scott, Sweetie's
Travis
got one.
Scott. Yeah. You've had those, but I haven't seen like someone just take over the whole restaurant.
I mean, they've got to include him in now a lot of these decisions if he's taking over.
And
It's
on
just
top of that, like they're gonna have a whole experience around his upcoming album. Taco
wow.
Bell, like so I mean, like
Okay.
that's more than just having a meal that's already prepared,
Right.
named after you just because they put this item with this item. And now it's called your meal. I mean, this right here is something that's catered directly to you, like, and you're probably part of the process, part of the
I
creative
was seeing
process.
things
On top
that
of that,
about well, I was seeing Lil Nas X and talking about Tony Hawk has these blood infused skateboards now.
hold on, Tony Hawk did what now?
He has blood infused skateboards.
Blood
So they
infused
really showed a
skateboards.
yeah, so they showed a video of Tony Hawk getting blood drawn, and I guess his blood will be in the skateboards. And so Lil Nas X comes out and it said, so y'all had a problem with my shoes, but not with Tony Hawk's skateboard.
I got a problem with Tony Hawk skateboards.
That's what I'm saying. I said, bro, both of these are weird.
I don't want that. I got a
Like,
problem with that right there. Like, it's no way that I want a Tony Hawk blood skateboard. So I can go out here and fall and the thing
man,
start leaking blood and now I got him on me. Like, man,
and
heck
that
no. And
is
I
that
cut
is
myself and now I got Tony Hawk blood in my blood. Man, get out of here.
so they're saying they're gonna sell 100 skateboards that have I guess some type of his blood in the paint of the deck of the skateboard.
In the deck.
So I mean, no one, his shoes brought Lil Nas X's shoes had a ton of outrage, but no one's saying anything about this or what that means. So
I guess it's not big news because I mean, like, I haven't seen Tony Hawk in forever. He
yeah,
showed up a little bit for the X game. I mean, oh man, I just called the Olympics the X Games. He showed up for the Olympics a little bit, but he didn't compete or anything like that. He was just there,
right,
of course, because the
yeah.
skateboarding had showed up.
Mhm.
But outside of that, it's like I hadn't heard of Tony Hawk in a minute, and I used to play like the Tony Hawk sport
Yeah,
games and stuff like that on the PS1, PS2,
and
one of them.
I was gonna say PS1, PS2.
I used to play the games, so it's not like I didn't know who Tony Hawk was. He got me to try to get on a skateboard. I killed myself going down this what crazy little hill, like
we
right in
all had,
front of the house.
we
Like the
all
thing was
tried to beat
terrible.
Tony Hawk. We all didn't make it to beat Tony Hawk.
Nah, I've been quit that mess though. Like I was like, forget this, man. I'll just play some basketball or something like that. I'm not gonna be
Exactly.
doing this. It's not for
Exactly.
me right here. Shoot, I can't
So,
even go down the street on this thing, man. And then it
I
was
thought,
so bumpy, like, and I guess it could have been like our streets or something, like, but it was no way I was going anywhere vibrating like that. Like all you doing is straight vibrating on this thing. Like that's the
man,
worst experience. And you trying to go somewhere on this thing. Oh my goodness, I can only imagine.
you get those speed wobbles. You start moving like this. It starts
Yeah,
getting
and then I can only imagine. And then you're doing that, and then you're trying to go fast or you're coasting. Oh man, there's no way.
yeah, yeah.
You'll be in the
So
bushes somewhere.
I thought that was the news that that people were going to hang on to, but I mean, it sounds like it's interesting because people have also made that a thing instead of him becoming CIO and having that as a new venture.
I'm telling you, man. That right there is, man, that is hilarious. That's all I can say.
I would have never guessed that Lil Nas X would have shown up, in the C-suite. But hey, good
I
for
mean, I never would imagine that either, to be honest.
him.
But this Tony Hawk mess, man, like, Tony, go back to the drawing board, dude. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, that's not a good business venture. Don't draw blood and then put it into the skateboards.
I was like, who? Why would you? I
I'm
get,
just trying
the
to
guy.
understand, like, what type of vampire lifestyle we got going on
That's what
out
I'm.
here, man.
Why are we doing this?
That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, dude, we got COVID still going on, man. Don't nobody want your blood, dude.
Yeah, we got
And you
a
doing
lot of
that
us.
now? Like, I don't want nobody blood. I don't care who you are.
Yeah,
Nobody.
we don't even want to be within 6 feet of each other, let alone to
No,
be doing all that.
I don't need that, man. Like, I don't understand what these guys are doing. Like, they on some weird stuff now, man.
Oh, did you see that? Speaking of COVID, did you see that Moderna that had those contamination fears?
I haven't seen that, but I did see CNN had posted something like 2 days ago that was
Mm-hmm.
saying that the vaccinations were not working as effectively on the Delta. It was like I think it reduced the risk by like 66% though,
Okay.
but they said that it wasn't working as effective as it should, which is
Mm,
kind of crazy because now that you know that the Lambda is coming, it's
right.
like like if it's not working against the Delta and the Lambda is more potent and
Right.
it's not, it's way more I guess resistant to vaccines and all that stuff than the Delta. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, I mean, what are you gonna do about this Lambda then? Like we need to focus on this one now.
I
Like,
mean, we've got to get past the very first one still. That's
yeah.
what I
And see,
believe
that's
that
the
we're.
thing. And so like
Yeah.
you got so many variants out here now. It's like I would rather you guys now focus on the Lambda because
Right.
the Lambda is the one that needs to be focused on now.
Yeah.
Like all else being said, Lambda needs to be like clear focus now. Just
I
because I
so
mean of what we got going on. And if it's
and
still gonna be so potent and easy to spread and all that stuff, I
mhm.
mean, yeah. I would definitely say that that needs to be on the list. That needs to be like priority number
Number
one on
one,
the agenda.
yeah, exactly. They're saying 1.6 million doses may supposedly have contamination
And
or
see,
fear
that's
of.
scary right there because see now that's the second thing that's coming out. The second company rather that has had contaminations because now
Right.
Moderna has it. Before then, um, who was it? It was Johnson and Johnson
Johnson
and
and Johnson.
AstraZeneca. They
Yeah.
were messing up. Then somebody else,
Shout
like
out
it
to
was just
Johnson
so
Johnson.
much craziness going on together. Cause I think they had messed up the facility up in Baltimore. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's what it was. It was that joint venture with AstraZeneca and the other guys, Johnson and Johnson. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this isn't the first time that's happened. And then I mean, it's just so much craziness that's going on now. I don't know.
It's tough to figure out what's the best thing to do, and especially we're still not sure how to defeat the very first one,
Yeah,
and we're having
exactly.
variants coming in and what to do. So yeah, it's going to be tough for them to figure out actual something that the people are going to believe in.
Yeah, for sure.
Have confidence in it. Moderna had obviously that news spike when it got the bid for doing all the next vaccine and all
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
And then
This
the
is
thing
clearly
is, like, so the FDA, that's something that, a lot of people are hanging their hat on for
Mhm.
Pfizer.
Yep.
And I mean, that's a good approval to have, It means that, you did some rigorous study and all that stuff. But I
Right.
also look at the FDA and I see that
Yeah.
they also they're the same people that say that you can eat all this processed food that's not bad, that's not good for you. Like
True.
they regulate that McDonald's food is good for you. You see what I'm saying? Like they say it's
When
edible.
we all
So
know.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Once you eat that McDonald's how it makes your body feel. You know how it makes your body feel. But
Yeah.
these guys are telling you that this is perfectly safe, this is good for you. And it just doesn't sit well. And then
Yeah.
you also got like a whole bunch of other craziness that the FDA has approved. That is like, I don't even know. Like, even when it comes down to like Beyond Meat and stuff like that,
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
yeah, the stock is soaring because a lot of people, want to go that alternative route to meat. They still want to eat meat, but they don't want to eat meat. Tell me how that makes sense, but I don't
Right.
know.
Right.
But with that being said, they allow these guys to make this like all this crazy like whatever that stuff is like that they've put together to make it look like meat. Like it definitely has to be like some type of mold or bacteria or something that they're like making and creating
Something.
to do this. Like
Right.
isn't you can't make a plant look like meat. So what
Don't
are you
have to be
doing
the
to it? This
next.
heavily processed thing. And you're saying that the FDA approved it. So it's like,
Yep. It might be like the new pink slime.
yeah, so it's like, I mean, like, how big of a flex is it that the FDA approved it? I'm happy that they got the approval. I'm not mad, I'm happy that somebody got approved. But at the same time, how big of a flex is that? Like, do you really trust it now because the FDA approved it?
Well, I think this also, with COVID itself, it's obviously given us a different entry into like how we should have been doing things. So things that we did that were not as sanitary as they should have been.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
Should
the
have more
biggest thing.
consideration. Yeah.
People were just so nasty.
Oh man, we were. I mean, you even think about it from sharing drinks, being in the same place as somebody, things that we just did nonchalantly that weren't, a big deal. But
But I'm
yeah,
not even just that small stuff, but I'm talking about like people being really, really nasty, like not
just
washing
in general.
hands,
Yeah.
like doing all types of
Well, you
nastiness.
you see these new stories about showering, people not showering and wanting to
Yeah. Or
graduate.
like how they, oh man, I seen someone, man, I'm telling you, it's just the nastiest stuff. Like they went into the public restroom barefoot and it's like,
Oh no.
oh,
Oh
at a
no way.
theme park. Oh, I can't do it, man. Like,
That's a different.
I saw that, man,
That's
and
a
I just
different.
wanted to throw up, man. Like, but man.
I hope this alerts some people that like we can't be doing what we've been doing. We've got to adjust.
Exactly. I mean, like, just improve your hygiene, and I promise everything will be
Literally.
okay. Keep your hands washed and stay away from sick people. Stay out of everybody's face, period. You know? Like,
If
why
you
are
don't
you so
know,
close to
why are you
me?
even that close?
Yeah, why are you so close to me, man? I shouldn't even be having to worry about passing you anything.
Right.
But, I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, maybe we needed the reform. We clearly needed the reform for some
Most
people. This is
definitely.
an
Most
opening.
definitely. A lot of people actually learned how to be
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah.
They actually learned how to wash their hands and actually,
I wish
s-
COVID didn't take the toll on folks that it did, but I am glad that
yeah,
it's at least got cleaner,
yeah.
environment. We can see what's going on.
I was sitting over here trying to see what they had going on with some of this stuff with like that snowflake and stuff. Cause I know they just
I
had
did see
earnings.
that. Yeah, yeah, and it was up. big.
Yeah. And see, that's what I like
What
to
is it up
see.
like 7%?
Yeah, I think it's up. Yeah, 7.43 now, and
Goodness
that's
gracious.
huge. Like that's a big move
Yeah.
for that stock, because that stock is Let me see, that stock is up there.
I was looking
Yeah,
at something
it
else.
rose up to
There no.
305,
Okay.
305.26.
Okay. This total. We're in competition, so they were saying the bigger movers. Let's see, yeah, 3% last week. So some movement in the market for sure off these earnings calls. One thing that Raheem was talking about last week was the Roblox, and they're going to be a new platform for video games. That should be interesting to see how they're going to roll that out in the next, the school year. Um, they're supposed to be doing like virtual events, concerts, and like other social engagement too. So
Gotcha.
that may generate
Okay.
some news for them.
Hey, that's not bad. I was also trying to see. I think I had heard like a lot of hedge funds had started like closing their doors.
Here we go.
Like had you like, and not closing them because anything that was bad or anything like that. But it was actually
Yeah,
because I think it was because they actually had too much money or something like that. Like they were just closing the doors, like they weren't even accepting new investors or anything like that.
really? Wow.
Yeah. So with that being said, it's kind of like puts me in the mindset of like, that puts a little bit more value on us because now you need to learn how to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you were saying that they're closing the doors to other
Yeah, so
investors?
like they're not accepting anybody new.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
they're not accepting new investors.
Okay.
So if you wanted to come in like now, like I'm not saying all of them are like that, but a majority of
Yeah.
them are getting to a point where they're not even accepting anyone anymore now. Like,
Hmm.
yeah.
And they kind of got their money set, in a way.
Yeah.
They
And see, they're always doing their 20% off the returns. So they making 20% off the return and a 2% annual management fee. So they're making a
yeah,
nice amount because they're gonna make 2% no matter what. If they made money or not, they're gonna still make that
yeah,
2% off of everything that they manage. And if they're managing a lot of money, then that 2% is gonna be a lot.
right.
So they've already made what they need to make. Then on top of that, you get what is it? You get the 2%. Then if you make a lot of money off that money, you get 20% off the profits. So I mean, like, you're making money on money, man.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when you're
That's
doing stuff like that, of course you're controlling stock, you're controlling inventory, and you're doing whatever you want to do with that inventory.
you've kind of got it all. I guess the more integral parts of a business and how you really kind of structure it to be successful,
Hmm.
make some profit.
So that right there, man.
I always wonder what goes into that thought process, though. Of cutting their ties with money. Is it worth it to just manage what you've got? All you need to see is a good play that you can make and see that growth happen versus like take on extra money might be more risk. That's what I kind of.
Well, taking on more money, I mean, is just going to give you more access to more capital. That's just going to be able to
Right.
help them buy bigger houses and fancier cars. So they're going to take on as much money as they can.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
all that does. Cause see, you got to understand that once they accrue more assets under management, that's more of that 2%. That 2% now gets bigger. That sum of
Oh,
whatever
fair.
you made, now you get more. because that's more assets under management, you know.
Right. Makes sense.
But they do get to a point where they don't want to take on too much more, just because it's like they have different reasons. All of them have different reasons, but you know, it is what it is. These guys
Right.
said they don't want any more. They don't want
They
any
don't need
more
it.
investors, no more
They don't.
money.
They got enough. They have enough houses.
Yeah, they got enough. They said we're done. I think one of these guys, I think it was like 1.5 billion or something that they raised like real quick.
Goodness.
I can't remember. I think it was like a few months or something like that too. It wasn't long. But yeah, they can raise some money. If you're a good investor, a good trader,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they'll give you some money. You can raise some money very quickly.
I mean, that's I guess a good way to do it is find somebody who's willing and has the capital to move around. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you find you a couple whales out here, man. You can go fishing. You'll definitely
That's
be
it.
able to find something.
Tell you one thing I saw today was you see Netflix is looking at to be a video game launch.
Really?
Yeah, they're gonna try to do something, and you know they're kind of changes kind of the thought process of Netflix, but they were looking into. I guess they're partnering with Round Hill Ball Metaverse, which is I mean, I guess they got on the market this year, but they're also a gaming company. They're pretty new. They're only like $15 a share,
Okay.
but they're gonna try to use like some of the things from Amazon and Microsoft, but yeah, trying to I guess change their platform and change what they're standing for going into their next quarter and see what maybe we'll have some Netflix video games that people can get into.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
think it's
hear
been a
about
good. Mhm.
did you hear about Amazon coming to the retail now? They're thinking about
Really,
opening up retail stores.
really.
Yeah.
What is Amazon? I know they're not gonna sell the same. What is it gonna be? Walmart? Sure, you go get yourself a pack of white teas. Like what are we?
I really don't know what they're gonna have going on, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna probably be just like Amazon is set up online. So whatever they have online, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have that in the store. So I'm just assuming.
Okay.
I'm just assuming,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
I'm thinking that that's how they're gonna run it, and you can just go inside. So now they're
Hmm.
gonna turn from just they're gonna turn to an omni channel, basically.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna turn omni channel because now they're gonna have all the channels. You know, they're gonna have everything from digital
Mhm.
to
Yeah. Wow.
they're gonna have everything.
Gosh, I want to talk about diversification.
They already have footprints too because you always can't forget they own Whole Foods. Can't forget that they own Whole Foods. So they are already like
Yeah.
physical.
Yeah. I mean,
And they went in and they cut a lot of
wow.
prices. Now, me personally, I can't say that I've gone to Whole Foods since they owned them to see if the prices are actually cut and like if it's really good and all that
Hmm.
stuff. I just go to Publix. That's me. But,
Yeah.
that's just me.
But you know, some people really do believe in it. That they're buying a better quality of grocery item. You know, a better quality brand.
Yeah. And I mean, like I'm not opposed to it. It's just a little bit further away from me, so I'm just not gonna drive that far to go to Whole Foods when there's a
It's more
Publix right
expensive,
here.
man. Honestly, it's that's a you know, you go to Kroger or a Publix for your groceries, you're paying at least $1 or two more per item. So.
For real though.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta have them coupons, man. You gotta know when to shop, know how to shop, man.
Man, I remember when that couponing used to be like a big. That used to be a huge
That
deal.
was a
People used
huge
to really
thing, man. They
go
had
and
television shows and everything
go
about that.
for years. Yeah, had soap and detergent and
Everything, man. These
you
guys
know
would have like
conditioners
stockpiles of everything.
in case something the apocalypse happens. Like
I'm
what?
telling you, man, stockpiles of everything. Hey, but I mean, it comes in handy because you never have to really go to the store. And if you're getting that stuff for either super cheap or free, hey, why wouldn't you have it?
Right. I mean,
Especially if
I
the
guess it
stuff
makes
that
sense.
can last for a minute. Now, if you're getting stuff that's gonna be expiring like right now, yeah, or in the next few
But you
months or
remember,
so, nah, that's not gonna be a good purchase.
and you remember people were doing it where they would like go to the grocery store and come out with like 100 items, and then it'd be like costing like $8, something $4, something
Yeah,
crazy.
it was yeah, and that's why I was like, if you can do that, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, but I think like it's still around. People do it still, but it's just not as heavily. People not talking about it as much, I guess.
Yeah, definitely not the same TV broadcast we used to see where
Nah,
people walking in and out of here with easy money. But
I'm telling you, man, they'll stack those things. They'll go in there, man.
and
Talking
then
about
have
two,
a
three
whole
hundred
like
dollars worth of
pantry, a whole
stuff.
side thing on in the freezer is all got a bunch of food.
People
Crazy.
walking through there with 2 carts full of food. I'm like, golly, and other things that they have found.
I feel bad they took the kids there because I'd be mad if I had to go to my mom's
Oh
grocery store
man,
and all this
it
stuff.
take forever to check out. At least nowadays, it doesn't take that long because you know the coupons are digital. So as long
Yeah.
as you just boom, 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 you put them on there, like they're gonna be associated with your account. You just boom, you just go ahead and go up there.
Mm-hmm.
Computer gonna already go through them. All the discounts get applied. Boom, you out the door. You don't have to worry about all that stuff like back in the day. Cause back then, man, you got to go through. You got to
No,
say, "Oh man, which one is that? Oh, here you go, boom." Or you got to have
right.
it planned out, and you got to stack your stuff up there, and then have a coupon with that. It's like, man, that's too much planning, man. You really out here working for this. You are
Right.
really, really working hard for this.
I mean, they would be in there cutting those coupons up for hours, but
That's what I'm saying. Like they already cutting them. That's number one that you working hard. Number two, you're going to the store looking for all this stuff with these coupons. And then three, you not only are you having more, uh you got to walk through the aisles and all that stuff more so that you can
right.
find all this stuff.
Yeah.
But now you got to go to the front after you've done all this and spent all this time
Oh my, and scan it
and
all.
scan all this stuff, and then you gotta scan it with the item. Like you gotta be like,
Right.
oh, this the item, oh, boom, you gotta scan it here, and because some things can't wait to the end and all this type stuff, and man, or you got a whole deck of stuff, and it's gonna take this lady 15 minutes to scan all these
Mm.
barcodes. And then you
And you
gotta
know, as soon as
hope
you
that
get
you
in there,
got the
that's
right ones and that they're not
yep,
expired and that
yep.
this one you picked up the right item and not the other item because you thought it said 24 ounces and you picked up the 10 ounce and oh man, you screwed.
I'm
Messed
there's
up,
I couldn't
man. I'm
imagine you
telling you.
walk down that aisle and the person that's been there is about to go on break is like, "Are you serious?
Hey,
There's
they
no,
pissed off. They
I
so
know you
pissed
didn't
off.
just walk
They want to tell the manager, man, hey, they need 2 breaks now because of you.
down." He's
Terrible,
stupid.
man. Terrible. That's
It's
all I
like,
can say.
yeah.
Let me
Um,
see. So you got some you got any pics that you want to share with the people out here?
Yeah, man, I like Disney as a kind of a long, not this week, but as a longer term. To me, they're doing some really good partnerships that they've had. They had a partnership with Target that I talked about last week.
Okay.
Um, and then this week, I just saw it too. Oh, there we go. They'll be doing, well, they're kind of doing this kind of, I guess, new magazine for like Disney publishing and consumer products and gaming. So I think they'll do well. And then Lululemon was one that I saw that was on my scanner today.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, they
they're
got
going to
earnings
raise,
coming up next week.
yeah, they had earnings, and then they're going to raise their minimum for what they're paying their employees from 15 to
Okay.
I think 18 an hour.
Okay. I saw
Uh,
Disney was talking about their cruise lines. I think they said you had to be vaccinated to get on the cruise lines going from Florida to
oh, really?
Bahamas.
Okay. Okay.
Other than that
Yeah.
though, it seems like they may have a cruise industry coming back because I'm not aware of any cruises actually going out, but
Right.
possibly I'm not sure.
I was looking kind of at so two things. One, I guess Disney and Lululemon are my ones, but then I think so, a short on HP as well. I saw that they missed their revenue mark on their earnings, and so
Okay.
their CEO quoted and said, "We're selling everything that we can." I said, "Oh yeah, oh
Oh
it's time,
wow.
it's time."
Wow.
So I think they're going to take a little bit of a drop, and that'll be a
Oh, you're gonna
easy
take a
market
huge
to
drop.
fall to make some money. So,
Talking like that, you're gonna take a huge drop.
man, I said, what? Why would you say that? So,
No,
they were on.
I like being short Nvidia.
Okay,
I'm short
video.
Nvidia right now. I like that play. That's all I'm giving them. I ain't giving them no more.
Okay, that's the money maker right there. He said, "I'm not gonna talk no more."
I ain't giving you nothing else. That's a good play right there. You better take it and run with it.
I like it.
He gave you 3, so that's 4.
Hey,
There you go.
I'm trying to do better and get at least one buy, one short, or one buy, one sell, and kind of
Yeah.
diversify what I'm doing a little
I
bit.
had a buy, but I can't even remember what it was, so screw it. I'm going with the shorts.
This one might make more. This one might make
But
more.
with all that being said, we do want to encourage everyone to head over to hackthemarketstrading.com. Go ahead and sign up for one of those free subscriptions. Or
Yeah,
if you want to level up, you want to learn a little bit more, you want to get in tune with your trading side, you want to get some winning trades and all that type stuff, go ahead and sign up for that premium account. That right there gets you access to the chat, get you access to a whole bunch of different other things, watch list, access to us, questions answered, all types of things, man. Analysis, research, all that, strategies, name it. You name it, we got it. So, with that being said, go ahead and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, like our Facebook page, and go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel for us too. Go ahead and let us get these subscriber counts up.
need that.
Anything else you want to
We'll
add,
catch them on.
4K?
I think we'll catch them on Monday, won't we?
Yes, sir. We're going to catch you guys on Monday then. So tune in. We will be live 7 p.m. Eastern time, as always. So come in, interact with us, bring some questions. If you got some, bring some stock that you want us to look at, any of that type stuff. We'll be happy to look at it for you guys. Until then, though, we'll see you guys.